Southern California and smog are seen as synonymous, but the impacts of smog in Southern California particularly fell heavily on the inland areas, and particularly to Riverside. When I came here in 1965, I never forget coming over the Cajon Pass. My wife and I asked her, what is this? There was something like, I don't know, 220 days of first stage smog alerts that year. There was 65 second stage.
Due to the geography of the area and the prevailing winds, a lot of emissions tend to get swept back into the Inland Empire, and then because of our sunlight, then that gets converted into smog. We do understand that vehicular traffic does have a significant impact on air quality. About 80% of what's out there we believe to be gas power motor in origin, which is typical traffic, trucks, things of that nature.
One of the unique things about the city of Riverside is the city tries to be extremely proactive in its green and sustainable efforts. And, you know, if you look across the various departments in the city, you will see examples of that, whether it's in the Public Works Department, the Utilities Department, or just the city as a whole.
That efforts going towards reducing the amount of emissions we put out can help to control the air quality and put a little bit more control back locally. I think a lot of people too feel that pollution is, it's such an ingrained part of the landscape for so long that people tend to downplay the health aspects. Particularly from our perspective in public health, we want to re-emphasize to people that air quality is a big deal. It does have health impacts that can be measurable throughout the entire lifespan, and that once we're committed to doing something about it, we can make a real impact, not just air quality, but other quality of life issues.
It's one of the reasons that smog has been a problem here in LA and in the inland areas, the kind of basin effect of the mountains that surround us.
Short term, a lot of the effects that you see occur mainly to people who have structural lung disease, like asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, emphysema. This can kick off asthma exacerbations, put them in an emergency room. It could make them more difficult to breathe, have to rely on their medications more. But ultimately, everybody at some point will have a health effect from air quality. Over time, this has an effect on just about everyone.
The AQMD provides local governments monies that they can use to implement clean air programs, and there's a whole host of different things you can do with those funds. The city has elected to allocate some of those to this incentive program for electric vehicles.
We're trying to make the case that it makes economic sense, it makes environmental sense to purchase an EV, and you can do it here in Riverside and save money.